Hello, everybody. Welcome to SoulSpace podcast number 142.
Welcome.
Yay!
Guess what time of year it is? Spring.
It's supposed to be spring.
Hey, officially, it's spring.
It is spring, yes. But we're having like sixth winter.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's North Dakota. Of course, we have sixth winter.
Right.
Like, that's normal. That's what we do
Yeah.
in the tundra.
Yeah, we're supposed to have snow tomorrow, so we're not very cheerful today.
No, but
we'll try.
it is officially spring.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So our theme for this month is going to be super fun. We're very excited about it.
Yes.
You want to tell us a little bit about it?
It is spring into your potential. So we're going to be uplifting and excited for spring. You know, spring is really a renewal all the way around. You always feel better in the spring and happier because the days are longer.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting warming up.
There's more sunshine.
Yeah.
I mean, we are not describing today.
No.
We are not describing today.
Okay.
If you live near us, you know that today was not that day.
Right.
However,
I think I actually had my lights on all day in my house today.
It
was dark. I never woke up.
No.
But anyway,
we
it
are
is coming
forward. We are looking forward. And
yes,
you know, when we talk about like springing into your potential,
yeah,
all of us as humans have far more potential than we ever allow ourselves to realize.
right.
And even if you realize an amazing potential, there's always more available.
Yeah.
And so we want to talk about different ways to begin to really come into your own potential wise and who you are and who you can be and all the things that you can become and do and have.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, we only use just a fraction of our brain potential. And if we can start to use more of that, imagine what we can do. I mean, we can do amazing things with what we use already.
Yeah.
But if we learn to train our brain a little more and use our brain a little more, we can do a lot more things. And it doesn't mean be busier or push or anything like that, but just to use your power that you have and create the life that you want to have.
Right.
And it's possible.
Absolutely. And most of the time, all it takes is a little bit more focus.
Right.
You know, throughout the day, our focus is taken here and taken there and taken here and taken there. And we're not really using the potential of even just that one thing to begin to really create the life that we want rather than the life that we're living by default. And so there's so many different things that we can talk about on the subject.
Yeah.
And we're pretty excited today because we're going to bring forward an author that we have talked about only once in our whole podcast.
Was it last week?
I don't remember if it was last week, the week before.
Yeah.
But we've only talked about this author one other time.
Right.
And we absolutely adore him. So this is Mike Dooley.
Yeah.
And the book that we have is Infinite Possibilities, The Art of Living Your Dreams.
Yeah.
And I mean, infinite possibilities, that for me has always spoken to me. Because there are infinite possibilities. There's an infinite number of possibilities for you, for your life, for the things that you want.
Yeah.
And just because you can't see them doesn't mean they don't exist.
Right.
And that's the fun of it. The fun of it is you get to create whatever possibility you want for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's so fun to think about and to dream about. You know, we can dream about things that we think aren't even possible, but they are. Otherwise, we wouldn't get that idea. Right. So it's just it's really fun to explore those things, and sometimes just making lists of things that you, if money and time weren't an issue, what would you do? I love to dream about that kind of stuff. And you know, what would you create in your life if it was an endless possibility? And what we know for sure is that it is an endless possibility that we have. So why not test those waters and play with it a little bit, play with that energy and become who we want to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because most people, what they say is they regret not doing the things that they came up with, or the ideas that they had, or whatever.
Yeah.
When you ask them, that's what they regret. They don't regret the doing.
No.
The doing creates learning, and if you make mistakes, then you learn from those mistakes, or you have amazing things happen, and you have a fun experiences. You meet new people, you know, and so it's the not doing them a lot of people regret, and so, you know, it's pretty amazing. Today, the chapter we're going to talk about is life is waiting for you.
Yeah. And it is.
And it is, which is why we're excited about it. So if you do happen to have this book, Infinite Possibilities by Mike Dooley, I am on page 77, and it is chapter 4. Life is waiting for you. People often say that the only constant in life is change. But I think there's another way to look at life, a better way. Life never changes. It's perfect and finished. Life is like the big silver screen that movies are shown on, never changing even while the pictures on it do. It's just that here, in time and space, we are the projectors shining our thoughts onto the screen of life. It's we who change constantly, not life. Life itself is very predictable when you stop looking at the effects of your creations and start looking at the underlying steadfast principles involved. Let me elaborate a little bit more on the constructs of this time and space theater that we're all performing in. Doesn't it make sense that there must be certain inviolate principles? Inviolate principles. If all of a sudden cows could fly, oceans could disappear, cities be moved, or material things occasionally flickered in and out of existence, there'd be nothing to depend on. How could you have a reality in which the rules or the props constantly fluxed without your involvement? Living in time and space would be impossible without certain inviolate principles. This is especially true when you believe that one of the fundamental reasons you're here is to learn of our absolute power to shape the lives we lead. If you understand then that life is constant, you must also believe in the need for certain absolute unchanging principles that make this possible, what I previously referred to as the truths of being, and that there also must not be any forces outside of ourselves that could manipulate the results of our own thoughts, beliefs, and intents. If there were such outside forces, non-us forces, that influence the direction of our lives or the things we manifest, be they angels, gods, or lucky stars, then, again, it couldn't be said that we've been given dominion over all things. Instead, it would be said that we've been given dominion over most things, or only on certain occasions, or based on some other criteria, circumstances, or judgments that are not our own. Without unchanging principles, it also couldn't be said, believe in all things are possible. Instead, caveats would have been added, such as hypothetically, as long as it's Friday, Saturn is rising, or Gabriel is nearby.
I like that.
I do too. It's like all the caveats.
Right.
Only on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Does this one thing work that way in
physics? Right. And people come up with those excuses in their head.
Yeah.
All the time. It's funny.
They do. You know? And it's like when you think about how that came to be, or why do I think that, you start to see the silliness of it. Like, this doesn't make any sense. It's
right. Yeah.
Not logical. Why is that in my brain?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Yeah. It's you know, a lot of times just our past, usually, you know, past things that we hear or whatever that you grow up hearing. And it keeps us, it holds us back from a lot of cool stuff that we could have done. Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. So, if we make our own reality, then we make our own reality. And it's not a part-time thing based on any conditions or variables whatsoever. Only with perfect, flawless consistency can life, like a mirror, accurately show us what we're putting out there. And the implications are staggering, because this means that once we understand these simple principles and build our lives upon the rock of their truth, the manifestation of our dreams is utterly inescapable. This is what I mean when I say life is waiting for you. Your life, the reasons just given, is a blank canvas with far more room for creativity and expression than we've ever suspected. We tend to think in generalities when it comes to defining life, but there really is no such thing as, quote, life in general. You have your life. I have my life. And there are billions of other adventurers with their own lives, but there is no life in general. Our lives are far more personal, precious, and unique than we've been taught. And this is because they are far more a product of how and what we think than they are of evolution or destiny. It's as if we all think we're sitting in the same movie theater, the theater of life, and we think we're all watching the same show, just with different perspectives. But actually, it's far more accurate to think that we all sit alone in our own movie theaters. Apart from life's unchanging principles, we all live by different rules and truths based upon different beliefs. I hope you're following me, because with this perspective, you'll realize that whatever aspects you've ascribed to life in general really apply only to your life. Your life is just an externalized reflection of all you think, believe, and anticipate. There's no life without you, only an inert potential that needs you to give it meaning, shape, and purpose. Life is waiting for you to live it your way. Live is a verb. It means to take action, and that's the point. Life is waiting for you to take action, to exercise your free will, to choose your path by using its principles to invoke the magic behind creation in order to live the life you've always dreamed you could live. This is why you're here.
So good. When he was talking about how different people have different views of their life, and that's so true. Even siblings remember different parts of your life in different ways.
Yeah.
And you wonder, wow, why do they think that, but it's just your reality at the time. That's what you remember. Someone else might remember it a totally different way than you do.
Right.
And it's true, because we're each making our own life. We're not somebody else's, we're not all doing the same thing and living the same life. So allow that to be okay. And don't try to, say somebody remembers something one way. That's the way they saw it. So be okay with that. If it happens and it's causing a conflict in your life, be okay with, that you could remember it that way, I guess, and so do I remember it the way I remember it. So it's kind of a cool concept. And I remember when I read about that or heard it, and I had never thought of it, things like that, before. And it's like, wow, no, I guess it makes sense, that's why, you think, oh, they're lying. They don't remember it that way, or they can't. And, that's not what happened, but it really is. In their life, that's how it happens. So,
right. Because there could be two people in the exact same place, in the exact same situation, but have completely different memories of what occurred.
Right.
And that's normal.
Yeah,
That's their life and them bringing forward that creation.
Yeah.
And there's your life and you bringing forward that creation in the same space, but in completely different ways, because you're completely different people.
Right.
And your perspective is completely unique. And the life experience that you're having is completely unique. And what you're learning and becoming and doing is completely unique to you. And so the fact that you have completely different experiences in the exact same situation and remember it completely differently is normal. Isn't that weird?
It is.
People think like they're living in the same reality, they're having the same experiences. They're not.
Yeah.
We
aren't. A lot
aren't.
of times we're not.
But that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Because
It
think
is.
about how many different versions of reality. There's many different versions of reality as there are people to experience it.
Right. And that teaches us that it is true. You know, we can create our own reality because we really are.
Because we're seeing it in real time
Yeah.
with two different memories of the exact same situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's amazing.
It
That's like,
is.
that's proof of I am the creator of my reality.
Yeah.
How I see things is how my life moves forward.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so good.
It's so cool. And I mean, there's so many things there.
Yeah.
We can only unpack so many things today.
I know. I know. We could go down a big wormhole.
I know. I'm
with
like,
that.
okay, Carissa,
Calm it down.
rabbit hole has to maybe wait for another day. But I really also love how he talks about life being a mirror.
Yeah.
Because what we're putting out in our perceptions and beliefs and thoughts and feelings and different things and the vibrations that we're putting out are what are being reflected back to us in our experience.
Yeah.
And that's really how we create our own reality is
Yeah.
with our own perspective. And that shapes what we see and what we experience and what we get out of every single experience. And that's why your reality might be different from another person's reality in that same situation, because you are putting out vibrations and receiving back different vibrations in that moment
Yeah.
than the other people around you.
Yeah. You might have a totally different outlook on things because you're in a different brainwave than someone else, or you're in on a different emotional guidance, like in the emotional guidance scale. You're in a different place than they are. So you might see things with rose colored glasses where they don't, or vice versa, you know, whatever that is, you don't, you know, no two people see the exact same thing at the exact same time.
Right.
We don't. We just don't.
We don't.
Yeah.
We absolutely don't. And that's why, like, we might be able to agree on the couple of different things that happened in that
Right.
situation.
Yeah.
But we usually won't agree 100%.
Yeah.
On
You'll
how
get
we
the
perceived
same
it, what it
gist.
felt like, what
Right.
what exactly we experienced. We will remember different things.
Yeah.
And it's because of what you are attracting in that moment is
Yeah.
what you're experiencing in that moment. And so, like we said, each person is on their own unique vibration. It might be really similar, or it might be really dissonant.
Yeah.
And far away from one another.
Right. Yeah.
And that makes all the difference.
It's cool. Yeah. Yep. Awesome. Let me read on.
Yes.
Okay. Life's ultimate dance. By deliberately taking action, by physically moving with and toward your dreams, you set the entire universe into motion. Action is the key. It is the demonstration of expectation, sending shockwaves into the unseen of your intent. Through it, you provide the spark and the universe lights the fire. It's as if we sit at the control panels of our life, like a captain might stand in the helm of some vastly complex sailing vessel of the future and simply give directions while countless crew members, machines, and computers fly into action at our behest. The only difference is that our own personal lives and the commands we issue are infinitely more intricate and complicated than this vessel. And instead of a fallible crew, machines, and computers, we have our disposal an infallible, loving universe, an extension of yourself, armed with inviolate principles. I like that. You know, we are a piece of that universe, a piece of God, creator, whatever you want to talk about or use for a word to describe that. And we can do as he would do. We can do the things that the creator has done. If we really put our minds to it and study that and know that to our core.
Right. We allow the source of all that is the energy that creates worlds to flow through us. And that's how our lives came to be. That's how we exist.
Right.
We can use that.
Yeah. It's so cool. It's so cool that when you think about it, that we are a piece of that energy. I mean, how does it get any better than that, you know?
I don't know. I kind of want to find out though.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. So, do you find this hard to believe? Here are some undeniable examples of your relationship with the universe in action. In life's ultimate dance, during which you effortlessly draw upon it to finish what you started and what you've commanded it to do. You start sentences that you don't even know how you'll finish, but you always do finish them and they make perfect sense. Where do these sentences come from? You perform profoundly complex muscle movements every time you do the simplest of physical activities, yet you haven't a clue how to do what you do. And who does? You open any book, this book even, and you see on each page black squiggles representing information that does not exist on those pages, but exists somewhere. Intent or thought without action, it is not enough. In each of these examples, you set into motion by your intent and subsequent actions the magic of the universe. Intent or thought without action is not enough. But as you open your mouth to speak, as you put forth your leg to walk, as you pry open the pages of any book to read, these physical gestures overwhelmingly imply that you believe your intent will be matched with results. That brings to mind, like in the movie The Secret, they talk about seeing yourself doing the things and visualizing it. But if you are just sitting on the couch thinking about it, it's not going to happen. You have to make those moves and listen to those signs that are coming in front of you and do the things.
Take action.
Otherwise, you're just going to be sitting on the couch dreaming your whole life, right?
Right. Which, I mean, has its own joys with it.
Right,
But
right.
one thing I really like that he says here is that you also need that positive expectation.
Mm-hmm.
You have to expect results. After you do the work, you expect the results. Like when you open a book, you expect it to be able to open it.
Right.
You expect there to be information and knowledge in there.
Yeah.
You expect all of those things. And when you open that book, that's what you get.
Right.
So think about that. Like if you didn't have that intention, if you never even took the action to open the book, you had no expectation that you would learn anything from it, then you wouldn't. But if you expect to open a book and learn, and there's something cool in there, and there's information and there's words, and you expect that, that's what you get.
Yeah.
So the action and the positive expectation, I would say, are equally important.
Yeah. They work together. All this adds to the energy of your initial thought sufficiently enough that a tipping point is reached. Critical mass is achieved, allowing the universe to grab the baton and take over, all for the seemingly feeble actions we initiate. You don't even have to know how to complete the process started, yet starting the process clearly demonstrates a belief that it will somehow be completed. The original intent, vision, desire, dream, bolstered by the expectation and empowered because of the action that follows, is sufficient to cause the necessary articulation, muscle movements, and idea formulations invoked by life's magic, via the thoughts become things. The thoughts become things principle for there to be the corresponding manifestation. Do you want to argue that it's your subconscious mind that finishes your sentences and makes your heart beat? Even if you believe this, what or where is your subconscious mind anyway? It most certainly is not physically located in your brain. It springs from your spiritual self, which again brings us back to thought being the spark that triggers principles in the unseen, igniting a seemingly magical process for every manifestation we witness. And that stirs up the magic the most, this magic, the most is us dancing the ultimate dance, physically moving with our dreams by demonstrating an unquestionable belief of the processes we have unwittingly started. The actions we take or don't take reveal the thoughts of ours that are believed in the most or the least. And understanding this, we immediately begin to see how important taking action is to the fruition of our dreams, because upon the blank canvas of our lives. This is not so much because of what we may accomplish for the meager steps taken, but by simply taking these steps, we demonstrate where our true beliefs lie and where our thinking is, thereby engaging the magic of life to finish what we have begun. Let's look closer. It's so cool that, when he talked about, you don't really see that unseen force that is doing a lot of the work for us or with us, like breathing. We're not breathing, something is breathing us. Really, I mean, that life force energy is within us, or we would be just a puddle of flesh. And it's cool to really think about that. And you can really go down a wormhole with that too.
Right.
But
well, thinking about all of the things, like you said, all of the things that are done without us consciously regulating them.
Yeah.
And then not just the body,
our everything.
Yeah, heartbeat or breathing, blinking, grasping things, reaching for things, all of that.
Yeah.
Our eyes focusing.
Yeah.
All of that. But if you think not just the body, but the earth.
Right. Yeah.
How the earth is constantly turning, how the earth came to be in this perfect space that allowed life. And the moon just so happened to be in the exact same spot that it needed to support that life and the tidal currents that are required for life to grow and become more. And all of the things, if you think about all of the things that automatically occur that allow us to be the beings that we are in this physical time and space, it's staggering.
It is.
There's absolutely no way that we could consciously regulate all of those things to make our lives possible the way that we live them. And so I think that's fascinating to think about. Yeah, it is. Action. Our beliefs in motion. I like the title already.
I do too.
Setting divine intelligence or the universe into motion begins with the thoughts you choose to think, and those, of course, most often stem from your beliefs. However, we're physical creatures, and getting anything done requires movement and action. Otherwise, we'd remain in bed dreaming or at our computers surfing. So let's look at this moment of our actions. So let's look at this movement of our actions and deeds to see what they mean and find out what they can do for us. Graceful or fluid action, whether in dancing, athletics, or as one simply moves through life, has sometimes been described as poetry in motion. But really, our actions are our beliefs in motion, linking the present we know to the future we expect in time and space. They are the physical extensions of our beliefs, often appearing as reactions to the world around us. For example, if you believe that you're about to be devoured by a charging lion, you run. Or if you believe your fellow adventurers are kind and wonderful, you greet them with open arms. And if you believe that you create your own reality, you accept responsibility for all that has ever happened in your life while behaving responsibly each and every day with this belief in mind. Generally, we automatically act in line with our beliefs. Sometimes when people hear me explain the thoughts become things principle, they want to correct me by adding that you must also have the conviction of your dreams to follow up and act. But to me, that goes without saying, because you cannot help but act with your true beliefs about life. It's virtually impossible. Let me ask you this. If you knew with certainty, with all your heart and soul, that all you had to do to write an internationally best-selling novel was to put pen to paper and the entire work would gush from you in perfect form, would you do it? You bet you would. You couldn't help yourself. But if you didn't believe it, if you thought it was very difficult, if you thought your chances of being discovered were slim to none, would you then put pen to paper? No, unless you really forced yourself to. Thoughts do become things, but because not everything you think can instantly spring into time and space, only those thoughts that are aligned with your beliefs and are felt intensely to the degree that they automatically throw you into action can appear. Thoughts become things. This needs no modification, though if anything should be added to these three magic words, it would be to work on your beliefs, which are generally the root cause of all we do and don't do. I love that. Because this really illustrates what we were talking about earlier about positive expectation. So if you have a dream and you know everything is working out for you, that positive expectation of, I know that it's possible for me and I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
All of your actions follow that belief. But if the opposite is true, whether you're like, well, nothing ever works out for me and I have this and this and this and all these things are in my way and there's no way I'll ever achieve it, well, then you're not going to even start in the first place.
Right.
So whether you have the positive expectation of things are going to work out for you and you're going to achieve the things that you want or not makes all the difference.
Yeah. Yeah. And we have to, even if life has proved us wrong before, we have to know that it was because our thoughts weren't in the right place.
They're not aligned with what we want.
Right. Yeah. We are the ones that control that. And if we align our thoughts with what we want, it's going to happen.
Right.
Sooner or later, we're going to get that.
Right. We have a belief in there.
Yeah.
That says, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not worthy. I don't deserve it. Something along those lines.
And that's where we use freedom release
method. It is where we use free release method.
To get rid of those blocks.
Yes.
And those beliefs that aren't lined up with, or that we need to release so that we can line up with what we want.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Our actions are our beliefs in motion, linking the present we know to the future we expect in time and space. Of course, this is the action section of this book, so it may seem that with all of this talk about beliefs, I've strayed off course. Yet, in a moment, once I've said all that I have to say about how our actions mirror our beliefs, I'll talk about how we can do some reverse engineering using our actions to change our beliefs.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Yeah. And we all want to do that. I mean, everyone would like to know the secret to manifesting your dreams or your desires all the time,
Yeah.
And you can. People do it.
People do it all the time.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every single day, people are achieving the things that they want in life. They're seeing the things come to fruition that they've asked for.
Yeah.
And that should be you too. That can be you. That 100% is you if you allow it. And there are so many different techniques and ways to get out of your own way. That's really what it is getting out of your own way.
Yeah.
Of all of the success that you've wanted to create in your life.
Yeah, it really is. Sometimes we just have to go for it, whether our monkey mind is telling us, are you dumb? What are you doing? But you can't always listen to those things if there's something that you really want to do. You have to just go for it so that you can see that it's possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's cool. Cool concepts.
Yeah. I love this book.
Mm-hmm.
It's one I haven't really looked at for a while. So
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, this is a good one for our topic today.
It is. It was.
And the thing is, like we said, there's so much more potential for your life that you allow yourself to even dream about.
Yeah.
And so allowing yourself to dream a little bit, go a little bit further than you think is possible.
Yep. Yeah, and that's something really huge, is to not forget that you can dream. I remember a time in my life where I did forget about that. I was living fine and doing the things that I liked and whatever, but I forgot about dreaming for a while. And I think that happens when your life gets busy and you're raising kids or doing whatever.
Yeah.
You forget about, oh yeah, remember this dream that I had one time? This one thing that I would love to do.
Yeah.
Go back to those things once in a while, or start a new dream. That it's fun to do that in a notebook. Write down some things that you would love to do, or make a bucket list. Even if it's every year, make a bucket list. And it's okay to change those things, or take some things off and put new ones on. But you should always have those things in life that you look forward to and that you are excited to do.
Right. And you want to experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be, do, or have.
Right. Yeah. So good.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Carissa, are we done?
I think so. For today.
It wasn't what I was going to say.
What you were going to say at all.
I was like, no.
Yeah, we are.
I just wanted to make sure. We need sunshine.
We do.
So, what do you have coming up? Anything fun?
I do have fun things coming up. I have my Reiki 2 class this Saturday, which I'm super excited about, April 4th. And we're going to have a wonderful time. I'm so excited. These girls are amazing. These ladies are amazing. I also have the Souls of Spirit Expos in Bismarck coming up on April 11th, which is a Saturday. So I'm so excited to see my Bismarck friends come out and see me. I can't wait to see you. And then 2 weeks from then I have the Fargo Expo, Souls of Spirit Expo in Fargo. And that one's at the Ramada Inn in Fargo on 13th Avenue. And that's also going to be amazing because I get to see my Fargo friends. Because I mean, I'm here, but sometimes people just come see me at the expo versus appointments. So it'll be really fun to see all them and meet new faces and things like that as well. Fun. So I'll be doing my angel spirit guide readings at both of those expos because I just love doing those at the expos. And we always have a wonderful time. So come see me at those. And if you want to do my Reiki 2 class, you better tell me real soon. Like when you watch this video this week. Yeah. But I will have more classes coming up as well because I just love teaching. Yeah. Fun. It's one of my favorite things to do. So that's what I have going on. If you want to see more of the things that I'm doing, you can go to my Facebook page, which is Light of Hope Healing on Facebook. You can check out our other podcasts here on YouTube at SoulSpace. Yeah. We are collectively at SoulSpace Podcast is our YouTube. You can see us collectively on Facebook at Our SoulSpace. Yeah. And then you can go to my school site, which you can just find on my Facebook page. So, Tracy, what do you have coming up this month? Yep. Well, last night I did another artistic alchemy class. That was fun. So the next one is coming up April, I think it's the 13th. It's whatever Monday around there. Okay. Sometime. Second, third week in April. Anyway. Yeah, it's in April. I'll post an event. Okay, perfect. But anyway, that is fun. This time we're gonna do letting go. It's a really good exercise for those control freaks out there. I mean, not to say that I'm a perfectionist and I like to be in control, but I do. But yeah. And those classes where we do those exercises have made such a difference in my life.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it really helps a lot, and it makes it fun. You don't go kicking and screaming.
No. We always have a wonderful time.
Yeah,
yes.
It's good. So anyway, that is on the books. I haven't made the event yet, but I'll get that done tomorrow. That's all I have on the books right now. I'm going on vacation. So
ooh, yes.
I'll be gone for a week. But and you can find me at inspiredsignals.com. Easy peasy, all my links are there. But if you're on Facebook and Instagram, I'm also there at Inspired Signals and at Inspired Signals Studio for my art stuff.
Awesome.
That's it.
Yeah, and I can't wait for some of the classes you have in your brain right now. They're coming down the pike. They're going to be so fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll talk more about those as those really begin to come to fruition as well.
Yeah. Fun stuff. Springing in.
Yes. So remember this week that you have the potential to create whatever it is that you want for your life.
Yeah.
And to begin with a dream, it's positive expectation, and a little bit of action.
Yeah.
Can make all the difference.
It sure can. And don't forget to see yourself achieving that dream. Picture that. And picture it every day if you can.
Right.
Because the more you do it, the easier it gets to be there.
Right. And if you don't know exactly what it looks like, feel it. Just experience it. Experience the joy of that achievement, the joy of having what you want, and the joy of living life on your terms, free, and feeling amazing, because that will begin to bring what it looks like into your life.
Yeah. Yeah. If you don't have a specific thing, think about how you want to feel in your life. And that can give you a lot of clarity on things. It's pretty amazing.
That will bring in a lot of clarity. So it'll show you what matches that vibration of what you're asking for in that moment.
Yeah, definitely. So have fun dreaming this week, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.